I'm going to ask you some questions about drinks. What do you like to drink with your dinner?
I personally prefer to drink some beverages and also some sodas in the dinner because it creates some fantastic atmosphere to drink it with our family members.
Do you drink a lot of water every day?
Yes, of course, why not? Yes, of course, why not? Because it contains a lot of wholesome products, and when I drink a lot, I have a good mood in a whole day.
Do you prefer drinking tea or coffee?
I personally prefer to drink some coffee instead of tea because it contains some caffeine and taurine, and it gives us some wholesome products, and it also creates some comfortable atmosphere.
If people visit you in your home, what do you usually offer them to drink?
I offer to drink some tea because it's our traditional product, and I think in our hometown everyone often offer some guests to drink some tea.
Let's speak about time management. How do you plan your time in a day?
I got a daily schedule, and I do what I should do, and I got marks them. What should I do? What am I supposed to do? And I finally and correct them if I got a mistake, and I do it tomorrow or next days.
Is it easy to manage time for you?
Yes, of course, why not? As I mentioned about, I got a time schedule and some time frames, and if I got some issues, I got the extra times to do such kind of things in Zen.
Do you think planning is important for time management?
Yes, of course, but so many people should contain some time frames, like I should do it in a for 1 hours, and with some extra spaces.
Let's move to part 2. In this part, you will be given a topic to talk about. You have 1 minute to prepare to talk about the topic. After that, you should talk 1 or 2 minutes about the topic. Describe a time when you gave advice to someone. You should say who you gave advice to, what the situation was, what advice you gave, what the result was.
Let me speak about the advice that I gave for my uncle and also my younger brother. His scores are not good, and I advise them to engage in with the chess. Maybe you can find your way in this Sam, and he said yes. And then we prepared to become the champion of the world, even the world. And now he's trying to succeed, and I give them a lot of advice for any time in any situation, but this one is better all of them. So he was not interested in such kind of learning other things or interesting for the score. It was not important for him. And then we started to going some sub course that related to the chess, and also some important roles. Then 2 months ago he became the champion of the world. Next we tried to be a world champion.
I'm going to ask you a few questions about opinions and advice. What problems can people face if they ask many different people for advice?
So many people not contain the issue of their own problems, and they got no interest about what they do, and they give them advice to just like one look.
In general, what kind of person is most suitable for giving advice to others?
In fact, the master of their works should give the advice of the other people, because they got more information about this career or this SEM, and the famous people should give advice to other people, because they know how to lead such kind of career.
Do you think it's okay if professional advice costs a lot?
Yes, of course, it should cost a lot, because if the master of their works give advice, it's maybe so beneficial for them, so they should pay a lot for them after the success.
Now, I'd like to discuss getting advice from other people. In what situations can old people ask younger people for advice?
In the technology SEM, they should ask from the younger people, because younger people know more about them, how to use such kind of gadgets or something, just like a TV, or they don't know how to use it, and on these themes they should ask from young people.
Do you prefer advice from your family or your friends?
Yes, of course. I prefer to be the successful person of them, because it's my family, and I want to know more about their from me, and sometimes they also ask from me.
Which do you think is better, advice from young people or advice from older people?
I think the advice from the older people, that's so beneficial, because they know more about us, how to do it, how to work, and they got mistaken, and they teach us how to not mistaking.